My name is Josh Wetovick. I'm a senior at UNK. My majors are English and music, and my hobbies are playing the violin and reading. So I wanted to play the violin because my oldest sister, Kaylee, also studied violin, and she played through her high school years as well as in college. And growing up when I was very little, I remember hearing her play and practice in our home, and that really motivated me to pick up the violin and play for myself. My first teacher was Helen Sabatka. She taught my three older siblings as well as me. She taught all three of us voice, piano, and violin between the three of us. I chose music as my major because over the course of my collegiate career, I was a music minor initially, and I loved spending time here, and I loved being involved in all my ensembles and continuing to learn about music and make music. And I discovered that there is an option to merge both my skills as a writer and as a researcher in the English field and as a musician in the music field. And that's what brought me to not only to declare my major as music, but also to pursue a degree in musicology. Studying the violin as well as studying any instrument, there are lots of good lessons to be learned. I would say the biggest one is probably patience. A lot of times when we're learning an instrument or learning any piece of music, it often is 2 steps forward and 1 step back. So we have to be very patient with ourselves and understand that we are progressing, but sometimes at different rates and sometimes in different areas. I'm still perfecting my routine before I play, but normally what I do is when I'm warming up, I'll play some basic scales in the key I'm playing in and make sure they're nice long notes, and it's something nice to ground my nerves and really establish a sense of playing beautifully and kind of conquering myself during that time. And I also try and think of the mental picture and the mental story I want to tell when I'm playing. That way I can better effectively communicate while playing rather than focusing on raw technique. It's critical that we think ahead when we play and we continue to be focused on the moment and the moment ahead as opposed to the moment and the moment that's past. So not only am I trying to think of a mental picture that I'm trying to communicate, I'm also trying to think ahead and prepare myself and get everything ready that I possibly can, and then let my body execute what I've already mentally prepared. Playing the violin has definitely increased my patience. Practicing takes lots and lots of patience. It's also helped me to be positively self-critical because as artists and as people, it's extremely beneficial that we can look inward or look at ourselves and find those things we need to work on, but improve and grow in a good way, in a positive way, and not necessarily try and beat ourselves up over our shortcomings, but rather try and improve. When starting the violin, it just takes a lot of perseverance. Starting any instrument, generally, you won't get a lot of good things. You won't get a lot of immediate satisfaction when starting out. So it just takes time. But it is critical that you just keep going. And especially with music, having a goal in mind or having a piece of music that really motivates you when times are tough is also critical because it reminds us of what we're working towards and why we chose this in the first place.